Hare Krishna. I'm Rohini Kishore Das. I'm pursuing my Bhakti Vaibhav course. So this is one of the videos I'll be submitting. We'll start with small prayers. Mangalacharan. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नाम्ने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So the topic of the today's presentation is Srimad Bhagavatam, first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, and verse 1. So I'll just share the screen with you. Uh, the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is Amal Purana. Krishna Swadham Upagate Dharma Jnana Dibisaha. When Krishna went back to the spiritual world from this material world, he took along Dharma Jnana, all the religion and all the knowledge from this material world, Dharma Jnana Dibisaha. But he left with us Srimad Bhagavatam, the light of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavat, Amal Purana. That gives the vision to the the people of this Kali Yuga, whose vision has been destroyed by the illusion and Maya of this material world. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, this first canto, it is the quality of this first peculiarity of this first verses. On this first verse, uh, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj has given a series of lectures for almost more than a month. He was very fond of this verse, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also gives a very elaborate commentary on this verse. And as Prabhupada compiled Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1 and 2 in Vrindavan Dham before going to America, before leaving for America, this is first canto is like the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So let's start with the first verse. First we'll chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. जन्मादस्य यतो अन्वयादितरतास् चर्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवे मुह्यन्ति यः सूरयान् तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो तत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषाम् धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यम परम धीमहि. Very beautiful verse. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, meaning that, oh my Lord Shri Krishna, the son of Vasudev, the son of Vasudev is called Vasudev. O all pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hmm. So, let's talk about each and every word of the verse that we have just recited. Do not in a sequence way, I'll just do in a little haphazard manner. So it starts with Dhimahi. Dhimahi, the Gayatri mantra also is included in this verse, which says, I do meditate upon. My mind runs toward whom? As Kunti Maharani says, Gange Vogam Udanmati, like a Ganges flows towards the ocean. Similarly, Dhimahi, my mind meditates upon whom? Janmadi, creation, sustenance, and destruction. Who has done the creation, sustenance, and destruction? Who is the Supreme Personality of God? Who is the origin of everything? As Bhaktivinoda Thakur has also sung a very beautiful song on this. Mhm. The song is like, uh, तुमि सर्वेश्वर ब्रजेंद्र कुमार तुम्हार इच्छाए सदा Srijanam Sahara. The Srijana Sanhara, the sustenance, everything has been done by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Asya of the manifested universes or the unmanifested part of this creation. I meditate upon Lord Krishna because He is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all cause of creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universe. That's Brahma Samhita, also the prologue of Brahma Samhita. Brahmaji speaks about Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. That he is the Ishwar, he is the controller of everything, and he is the Sarvakarana Karanam. He is the cause of all creation, sustenance, and destruction. In the Prabhupada very elaborately explains about the problems of the today's scientists. What they do not believe upon the magnanimity of Krishna, uh, the greatness of Krishna. Prabhupada used to say, we say God is great, but how great he is, we do not know. So this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam tells us about the greatness of the Lord. All the manifested and unmanifested universes are being, they come out of the pores of the Supreme Personality of God. As you can see in the picture. When he breathes out, all the universes are being created, and when he breathes in, all the universes are being destroyed. So yataha, from whom? I meditate upon whom? From whom? Anvaya, directly or indirectly. Itaratas. Cha arthesha, the purposes. All the universes directly or indirectly are being created from his pores of his spiritual body. As Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Matta parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam proktam sutre panigana iva. That everything is resting upon me as the pearls are being resting on a string of thread. So, directly or indirectly, everything is created, maintained, and sustained by Lord Sri Krishna. All the planets. Prabhupada used to give an example, even many of the preachers give this example that if all the nine or the planet or whole the solar system, the planetary system, they are revolving in their own orbits. They are not striking with each other, and they are keeping a perfect distance from each other. How can this be possible? This is beyond the conception and beyond the teeny brains. Prabhupada used to say the scientists have the teeny brains, tiny brains, beyond beyond the conception that these tiny brains of these scientists, that how are they maintaining this such a perfect distance? If a little bit of earth would be closer to the sun, we would all have been burnt, and little bit of earth would be away from the sun, we all would have been frozen. So this is a perfect distance of earth and sun is being created. That is why we all living beings are being existing. So directly or indirectly, we are being maintained by Supreme Personality of God. Abhigya, fully cognizant, he knows each and everything. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto matta smritim jnanam apavachanam cha. He stays, he lives in everyone's heart, and he stays in every atom he creates. Anda tarasta paramanu chayantarastam. Brahmaji says, not even in the atoms, the space between the atoms also is being there's also Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna stays. So Swarat, he is fully independent. He is not dependent on anyone. What he wants to do with us, he wants to create this material world. He wants to destroy this material world. He wants to give happiness to his devotees. He wants to give miseries to his devotees. So it is all Swarat. He is totally, fully independent. We are not Swarat. This shows that we are how teeny we are in front of Krishna. We are always dependent. Uh, we only have a free will, minute, minuscule free will of accepting God or rejecting God. And we are just, Prabhupada used to say, we are taking over advantage of this free will, and we are misusing our free will. That is why we are suffering in this material world. But Krishna is fully independent. Whatever he does, how he does, why he does, we cannot question him. Hmm? Because he is the creator. Tene he imparted the knowledge, Brahma, the Vedic knowledge to Brahma, who was the first created being. uh, there's a Hriday consciousness of the heart. As we know, as we read Brahma Samhita, how Brahmaji was born from the navel of Vishnu and from the lotus, and Brahma started struggling to find out why I've been born, from whom I'm originating. He went into the stem of the lotus multiple times to find out why I am here, who is the source of me. Then he just heard a sound. Tapaha, tapaha, tapaha means tapasya. You do little meditation, you do little tapasya. Then Brahmaji closed his eyes and went to little austerical tapasya. Then Krishna imparted the all knowledge as we transfer all the data from one computer to another with a pen drive. So similarly, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God of Vishnu, he transferred all the Vedic knowledge into Brahmaji's heart. Then how you would go ahead with the creation and sub-creation, the primary creation and the secondary creator. The secondary creator is Brahma. Primary creation is done by Vishnu only, because Brahmaji was created by Krishna. So, Adi Kavi, unto the original created being, he is the first Kavi or the first person whom the Brahminical, the Vedic knowledge was imparted from Krishna. Hmm? This all knowledge is aparushya. It is not a purushya gyan. It is aparushya gyan, which is being imparted from Krishna to Brahmaji. Then, um, Tene Brahmaridya, we have done this. You can see in the picture, all the knowledge has been imparted to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji is holding all the Vedas. And Vedesha Sarver Ahameva Vedya, Vedanta Krita Vedavitchaham. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 15.15 that what is the purposes of all the Vedas? There is four prime Vedas, Riga Veda, Yajur Veda, Thar Veda, and so like this, the what is the purpose of those Vedas? It is the Veda. Ved Shabd comes from Vidya. All the living beings in this material world, they are in avidya. Avidya, asmita, rag, dvesh, abhinivesh. These five are the causes of the material entity to be entangled in this material world. It starts from avidya. So vidya means to get out of the darkness, the nascence of this material world. How can this be possible? By illuminating the light of Bhagavad, the light of knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam. So when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, it imparts a lamp within our heart. Hmm? Um, um, then it imparts a lamp within our heart. So give us knowledge. So Vedesha Sarvera Hame Vedyo. The Vidya, what means the knowledge. So the all this knowledge is being imparted to Brahmaji, so that this knowledge is being imparted to the Vedas, and the living entities read the Vedas and they know from where they have been originated from and what is their real home, and they want to come back to this spiritual world rather than to stay there and suffer in this material world. Muhyante Yasurya. Though he does all this, still he is the supreme person of Godhead, but he Muhyanti, he illusions the various sages and demigods also. People of little intelligence, they are not able to understand the perfect position of Supreme Personality of God. And we know that in Krishna Leela, when we read Krishna book, there are various stories and various Leelas in Krishna is illusions. Brahmaji is also. There's a Brahma Vimohan Leela. Brahmaji's all four heads are spinning by seeing Krishna making sitting in the center and being encircled by all the gwalas and cowherd boys. They all are eating from each other's plate. Krishna is eating from others' plate. He's snatching the food from other cowherd boys. And when he saw all these things, and he became totally flabbergasted. What is this happening? How can this little Krishna boy who killed Aghasura in the morning, how can this little boy can kill Aghasura, who was such a big demon? So this cannot be Supreme Personality of Godhead. So to check all this, Krishna was eating rice by keeping all the pickles in the fingers. and he is just licking those fingers, and he's splashing all the buttermilk from the mouth of some other cowherd boy, and all the buttermilk is being all splashed on Krishna. So all these leelas are very illusionary for the people of little intelligence. Even demigods are more intelligent than human beings. Still, they become bewildered. And similarly with Indra, when this Govardhana Leela happened. Yatra Trisargo Amrishaha. Trisarga means three modes of creation. In Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, 10th chapter, first verse, which says there are 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Atra Sarga Visargascha Sthanam Poshnam Udaya Manvantari Shanukatha Nirodha Muktir Ashraya. So, we will not discuss the 10 topics. The Atra Sarga Visargascha. Sarga means the primary creation, and Visargas means the secondary creation. So all this primary and secondary creation is been done by Supreme Personality of Godhead. The three modes of creation, the Satogun, Tamogun, and Rajogun, are being these modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. They are like this. You can see in the puppetry show. They are all the like a puppet. All being living entities are being run by these three modes of creation. Hmm? Still, he does all this. He is independent. He creates everything. He gives knowledge to Brahma. He creates this material world and spiritual world. Still, what he does, Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kokam. He stays in his spiritual abode along with all the transcendental paraphernalia. He's self-sufficient. He's Atmaram. His Sada means always. Always he's in the spiritual world. As you can see here, the tree of this material starts as Bhagavad Gita 15.1 also says, Urdhva Mula Madham Shakham. The material world has the roots above and all the branches are down, but it is just a reflection of the of the spiritual world. Nirasta Kohakam. It is all illusionary. This material world is all illusionary, but Krishna stays always in his spiritual abode, Vrindavan Ramya Sthana. Hmm? Vrindavan Ramya Sthana, Divya Chintamani Dham, Ratana Mandira Manora. So he always stays in Golok Vrindavan. Satyam Param Dhimahi. I meditate upon. I'm ending the same where we have started. My mind, let my mind go to that supreme absolute truth, because in this material world everything is seems to be truth, but it is all illusionary and it is all false. Asatya Satya Korimani. We think this material world also is the supreme truth, but it is all illusionary. Uh, so it's like a mirage in a desert, this material world. So, as Kunti Maharani also says, Gange Bhagavantarumvadi, let my mind be flow towards Krishna. And Bhishma Dev also says three things: my mati, my gati, and my rati. Mati means my intelligence. He says, I want to get my daughter to Krishna. He's a brahmachari, but he says, I want to give my daughter to Krishna, which means my daughter is my buddhi, my mati, my intelligence. I want to give mati to Krishna. I want to give gati, then my gati would be I'll go back to the spiritual world. And rati, I will have that intense love and madhurya, prema, as gopis have, as Bhishmadev speaks up in his prayer, Bhishma Stuti. So the first verse describes us the all the nutshell of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam? To give knowledge about the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that the teeny brains of the scientists today and the illusionary living entities which are being misguided. Andha yathande rupagiyama. They are being misguided in the spiritual world, in this material world. I'm sorry, who are being misguided in this material world and being entangled in the material world, misusing their free will again and again, coming back to this material world. प्रकृति पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्थो हि भुङ्क्ते प्रकृति जान गुणान् कारणं गुणसङ्गस्य सद असद योनि जन्मसु. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, who the living entities think that I am the supreme enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Then and they want to exploit the prakriti, the material nature. That's what the scientists are doing. That's what the people of this material people are doing in this material world. प्रकृति पुरुष प्रकृतिस्थो ही भुंक्ते प्रकृति जान गुणान. Then what happens? Karnam guna sangasya. They come in association of these three types of gunas: mode of passion, ignorance, and goodness. And then sad asad yoni janam. So they come back again and again to this material world. So this is the nutshell of first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada purpose described in detail about the Swayama Rupa. There are from Krishna. There are different expansions of Krishna. Swayam Prakasha, his own expansion. There are two types, divides into Vaibhav Prakasha and Prabhav Prakasha. Hmm. Uh, then uh, Vaibhav Prakash is his form differently manifested according to different emotional features. Like Krishna has done so many leelas. He came in the form of a cowherd boy. This is all Vaibhav Prakasha. Prabhav Prakasha is the he does. There are four different gunas or the qualities of Krishna that differentiates him from Vishnu. The Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, and Prem Madhuri. So Krishna, with his various expansions, does all these things, and Tad Ekatma Rupaha. When his form and transcendental emotions are differently manifested, they are called Vilas expansion, the pastime expansions. The Prabhava Vilasa, it comes into further expansion to Chaturvyu, which are Vasudev, Aniruddha, Sankarshan, and Pradyumna. And from Sankarshan comes the Swansh Rupa, and from there comes the three types of Vishnu: Karnodakshai, Garbhodakshai, and Shirodakshai. Shirodakshai is in the living entities accompanying the soul. Garbhodakshai is present in all the Garbha means the Brahmanda, Brahma Anda. He stays in the all the various Brahmandas, and Karnodakshai who stays in the Karana ocean. Then there are four Leela avatars, Guna avatars, Shaktavesh avatar, Yoga avatar, and Manvantar avatar. Guna avatars are Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Leela avatars are Matsya avatar, Varaha avatar, Shaktavesh avatar like Shukadev Goswami, Narad Muni. He's been empowered. Yuga avatars in various Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Manvantar avatar in various Manus. He comes into different avatars. So Srimad Bhagavatam 9.5.5 says the Lord's glance is the original cause of material creation. One of the name of Krishna is Adhokshajaha, which means Adha Akshajaha. Aksha means eyes. Beyond the everything is being created or maintained. Adha means below. Aksha means eyes. Ja means being born. With the glance of Krishna. Um, when we talk about creation, then also with just a mere glance of Krishna, everything is being created. Hmm. So, Krishna's name is Adho Akshat Jaha. Everything is being done under the guidance or glance of Krishna. Then, scientists display the intellectual energy and deny the existence of supreme energy. But devotees worship Krishna as the greatest scientist. Because all the planets are being maintained by Krishna. There's a small example I would like to narrate. When there was a it's a Einstein Newton we all have heard of. He was sitting with his one of his friends. So they were talking about Newton was very much in favor of Bhagavad Gita. He used to read Bhagavad Gita because he knows the superiority and the magnanimity of Krishna and the greatness of Supreme Lord. So they were arguing with each other. The Isaac Newton, what he said, he said that all the planetary systems are being created by God, but his friend was saying, no, no, this cannot be possible. So he said everything came on its own. It's a Big Bang theory. Everything just came on its own. So they were arguing, but no result came out. Then both of them slept. Then, when they got up in the morning, what did the Isaac Newton? He created a thermocol planetary system, as we do now in school. Science models of children used to make a thermocol planetary models. So Newton, at the night when his friend was sleeping, he made a solar system made of thermocol. So his friend got up in the morning. He said, "Where does this has come from?" Sackner said, "I don't know, it has come on its own. When I got up in the morning, we found it." His friend said, "No, no, don't joke with me. You're just lying. Who made this? You made it, or someone made it. How can this be possible without making by someone? How can this appear in when we got up in the morning?" Then Sackner said, "If this is a small planetary system which is made up of thermocol, has it cannot come without someone's intervention, then how can you think that such a big creation, such a vast planetary systems can come on its own?" So f- somehow the other way we have to surrender to Krishna and his creation. All the universes with innumerable stars and planets are controlled by the intelligence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prabhupada says. So Prabhupada talks about the consciousness in humans also, as we uh, scientists say there's an evolution. They were evolution from the reptiles, from the birds, and to the beast, then to the monkeys or gorillas, then we became humans. So this is what they say. But still, all the other kinds of animals are still existing. So there's the evolution of the consciousness. As Bhagavatam explains that um, there are five types of consciousness. One is um Avritam, Avritam Chetana. The second is um Sankuchita Chetana. The third is Mukulita Chetana. Fourth is Vikasita Chetana. Fifth is Purna Vikasita Chetana. So Avritam Chetana has been found, which is totally covered, is found in trees. Their Chetana, their consciousness is totally covered by illusion of this material world. They cannot even move from one place to another. So Sankuchita Chetana has been found in animals. They can move at least, but still they cannot approach Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Mukulita Chetana is found in humans, where they can evolve their consciousness. Like a mukulit means a bud is being opened. A bud of a flower is open, mukulit. And then Viksita Chetana, when we become devotees and we try to pursue sadhana, bhakti, and the principles of Krishna consciousness, then it is called Vikasita Chetana. And when the pure devotees, the Nitya said the devotees like Srila Prabhupada, their consciousness is Purna Viksita Chetana. So this is how so animals have soul. The Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, there's a quote. Animals have soul, they just don't have the consciousness to know they have souls. So their all consciousness is very degraded consciousness in animals and trees. So the Shastic connection of this verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9.18. Esha Vai Bhagavan Sakshad Adyo Narayana Puran. Sri Krishna is no other than the inconceivable original personality of God. He is the Adi Narayan, the supreme enjoyer. एते चांस कला पुंसाम कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं इंद्रारी व्याकुलम लोक मृदयंति युगे वेरी famous verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Krishnastu Bhagavan स्वयं. Krishna is the only Bhagavan, Ishvara. Then Mahabharata in Anushasan Parv, there is a verse. Ten Vishwam Kritameta Rajaha Anyas Jivatya Atmana Naiva Atmayoni. That Krishna has created this universe. His origin is in his own self. Aham evasam evagre nanya yat asat param. Pashat aham yat etacha yo vashishyate. So asmi aham. This is Chaturshloki Bhagavatam when Krishna speaks to Brahma. भगवत गीता 9.18 गतिर भर्ता प्रभुर साक्षी निवासः शरणम सुहृद प्रभवा प्रलया स्थानम निधनम बीजम अव्ययम आई एम दिस इटर्नल सीड गिविंग फादर अहम बीजम प्रदापितः अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भाव समन्विता इन चतुश्लोकी भगवत गीता. And one I told that matta parataranna anyat kinchidasya dhananjaya. That is also one of the Shastri connection. The analogy is given in this. The purport of Prabhupada is Krishna is like gold mine and this cosmic creation is like gold rings and necklace. Krishna is Samashti Atma. We all living entities are Vyashti Atma. Krishna is Vibhu. Vibhu means unimaginable. Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha. Brahma Samhita Brahmaji says he's the original Adi Purusha and Advaitam Achyutam. Nobody is comparable to him and he cannot fall to this material world. He's Achyutam. Hmm. So we are just small particles as gold particles are there, but Krishna is like gold mine. Examples as a spider creates the webs and takes the webs within itself again. Similarly, Krishna creates and destroys this material world. So there's a sequence of all cycles from Satyuga to Treta to Dwapar to Kali Yuga, and when the Kali Yuga will be finished, again the Satyuga will start. So this is being happening not in this Brahmand only in there are multifold Brahmands and everywhere this has been happening. So it has all been done by intelligence of Krishna. So we are just like puppetry uh, dolls in the hands of three modes of creation by Supreme Personality of Godhead. The lessons we learn from this, we know God is great, but how great He is, we do not know. So this tells us Krishna and all Jivatmas are eternal, and Krishna is the source of all. As Krishna says, everyone is a part and parcel of me. Hmm? This material world is an illusion. Hmm? Krishna is the source of all knowledge and bliss. We should meditate of Supreme to attain his abode back to Godhead. Huh? We should have a goal in our mind. Yes, I want to go back to Godhead. That is why Prabhupada has named his magazine as Back to Godhead. Hmm? We have to go original. We have to go back to our original home. We have to get our Sarupa Siddhi. I was listening to one of the lectures when told that uh, every jivatma has a particular place there in spiritual world which has been still been vacant, and that particular service is being delineated to that particular living entity. So we are in this material world struggling, suffering. So it's better we go back and serve Krishna and get our Swarup Siddhi and fill that vacant place in the spiritual world. The personal application at the time of chanting, yes, we should know that how minuscule I am, how minuscule is my mind, and how minuscule is my knowledge and teeny brain I have, that I am unaware of Krishna's qualities and Krishna's superiority. When at the time of chanting, if we think that I'm a very small person, and there are multiple Brahmand, and all in those Brahmand we have one Brahmand in which we are staying. In one universe in which we are staying, there's a Milky Way galaxy, and Milky Way galaxy is a solar planetary system, and those planetary system we have our Earth, and in that vast Earth, we have oceans and various countries, and we are living in one of the country called India. And India, we are living in a small state, into a small city, into a very small house, and there we are where we are sitting. So how small I am and how great Krishna is, if we compare both of these. So this can improve our chanting by keeping Trinadapi Suniche Nataro Sushna, by humbling oneself, subduing our false ego. Yes, it subdues, and Ishavasya Bhavna, Ishavasya Midam Sarvam Yat Kincham Jagatayam Jagat Ten Tektena Bhunjita. Magrita Kasya Siddhananda. Ishopanishad says that everything belongs to Krishna, nothing belongs to even this body doesn't belong to us. So we should serve Krishna with this body, with the senses that has been given to us. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explanation is also very elaborately. So Lord Krishna is the material and the efficient cause. Let us meditate on Krishna, who always destroys the ignorance of the jivas by his abode Mathura and by his form Svenadhama. Krishna wants everyone to come back to him. He doesn't want all the living entities to suffer in this material world. That is why he gives all these Vedas and knowledge, Srimad Bhagavatam. But how seriously we take it, how much greed we have. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitaha Matihi. The Krishna Bhavitaha Mati. We should develop that intelligence to know about Krishna, to read about Krishna, to recite his names, to recite his leelas. So Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitaha Matihi. Kriyatam kutopi labhyate. Who can give you? Wherever you are getting, just get it. Tatra lolyam abhi mulyam ekalam. You just have to pay one price, which is lolyam, the greediness to find it, greediness to get it. Hmm? Janma koti sukritirana labhyate. We are not getting it for millions and millions of lifetime. Just because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy in this lifetime we are getting. So just grab this opportunity. Let us meditate on Krishna, from whom arises Madhurya Rasa through meeting and separation. We ultimately have to reach to the level of Madhurya, the Prema. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, also chapter 19, describes of the Eastern Wave section. Chapter 19, Prema Bhakti. We have to reach from Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anarth Nivritti Nishta Ruchi Asakti Bhava Prema. We have to come to the level of Prema. Why? Because Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Prema Dhana Bina Abhyartha Daridra Jivan. दास कौरी वेतन मोरे देहो प्रेम धन. So only the one thing we can ask from Krishna is Krishna prem. Without that, our life is just useless. We are just daridra. How much rich we might be, how much wealthy food and wealthy clothes we would be wearing, or staying in AC, air-conditioned houses, but we are all daridra if we are not having Krishna prem. So let us meditate on Krishna and Radha, and the pastimes, bhakti yoga, most beneficial process, which is beyond gunas. Hmm. So we will finish the explanation of the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, and first verse. I hope I could give a glimpse of this whole topic. But in this short duration, I could only speak this much. So please forgive me for anything if I have done any mistake or said wrong on my part. I beg for your forgiveness. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंद. हरि हरि बोल.